everyone! In this tutorial, we're going to explore one of Figma's most powerful component features, Instance Swap, and how it works together with nested components, Boolean, and text properties to create fully dynamic designs. We'll build something practical to see it in action, a pizza menu card. If you're ready, let's grab the starter file from the link in the description. It includes a few pizza images we'll use for instance swapping, dietary icons that will turn into nested component, and some ready text and color styles for keep everything organized. Before we start, let's break down the card and see what we have. There's the title, which uses the title text style and the accent one color style. Then we have the description, which already has its own text style. Let's apply the text color style to it as well. Below that, there are our dietary icons and a button with auto layout applied. 20 pixels of left and right padding and 10 pixels on top and bottom. At the top, there's a large pizza image. On top of it, I placed a rectangle the same size as the card, then subtracted it with an angle square to create the shape. Let's turn on the clip content to hide the extra parts. If you select the subtract layer, you'll see two effects applied to it, a drop shadow and a background blur. For the blur, I'll use a progressive gradient starting at 0 and ending at 10. The fill color is white with 10% opacity. And finally, there's a new icon placed on top of everything. We're going to turn this card into a component with properties that let us change the pizza pictures and name, modify or remove the dietary icons, edit the description, update the price, and more. Let's begin. Select each pizza image one by one and turn them into a component using Command or Control K or the component icon in the design panel. Do the same for all the dietary icons and the new batch. When naming the dietary icon components, you'll see I typed icon / name of the icon. This naming format automatically creates folders in your assets panel. For example, when you open the library created from this file, all the icons appear neatly organized inside an icon folder. It's a helpful way to group similar components for cleaner asset management. Now select all the icon components, go to the design panel and click Combine as Variants. Rename the property. Now you have one icon component containing different variants. Go back to the card frame and delete two placeholder icons. Then insert two instances, select them, press Shift A to apply auto layout and rename the frame to icons. Next, select the button and price. Apply auto layout and rename that frame as well. Make sure all elements are grouped properly inside the main card. Select the icons and description. Apply auto layout again. Then select the description and price frame and one more time apply auto layout. Now that we are happy with the position of the subtract layer, select it, go to the design panel and click on the Boolean operations dropdown. Choose flatten to turn it into a single shape. Double-click to go inside the shape, grab the Shape Builder tool, hold Alt or Option, and delete the extra shapes at the corners. Select the whole card and make it a component. With the card selected, go to the Design panel and click the plus icon to add a property. Choose text, give it a name, and type pizza name as the default value. This value can be edited later in instances. You'll notice a small warning icon appears. It means the property hasn't been used in the component yet. Select the pizza title text, click the icon, and apply the property. The text updates to the default value you set earlier. Repeat the same process to create text properties for the description and price fields. Next, create a Boolean property. A Boolean is a true-false control. When true, the element is visible. When false, it's hidden. I'll name this one is new and leave the value set to true. Select the new badge and apply its new property. The next property we're going to add is instance swap. But what's an instance swap property? It lets you replace one component instance with another. For example, swapping a pizza image or icon directly from the right-hand panel without detaching the instance. Let's create one for our pizza images. Name it Pizza Pics, then select one of the pizza components as the default. You can add preferred values to make the property easier to use, but you're not limited to just those. You can swap in any component from this file or another connected library. Now we need to replace the existing image in the card with a component instance. Delete the static pizza image, drag an instance of your pizza component into the same position, then apply the Pizza Pics property to it in the design panel. For the dietary icons, we'll create separate instance swap properties, one for each icon, so you can change them individually. The next property we'll add is exposing nested components. Inside our main component, we have smaller components with their own properties. For example, the pizza image component and the dietary icon component. These are called nested components. To expose their properties, select the card component, go to the design panel, and click Expose Properties from the nested instances. You'll find it at the very bottom. This will automatically expose the pizza and icon variants in your main components property panel. You'll notice the new icon isn't included. That's because it doesn't have variants. Finally, add Boolean properties for each dietary icon so you can toggle visibility on and off. Now we have our component ready to use. Go to the Assets panel and click on the card component. You'll see a preview window open. This is the Details panel where you can review all the properties we created before inserting an instance. Click Insert Instance and now you'll see all properties appear in the Design panel on the right. Let's test it out. I'm going to change the title and description, but I need to stretch the description frame a bit for this paragraph. Let's go back to the main component and adjust it. I'll add a minimum width to the frame and tweak the gap a little. Good. Let's say this one isn't a new pizza, so turn the is new icon off. We can toggle off the dietary icons or change their variants. And let's say it's $25. If you'd like, you can make the number text style bold. Now I'm going to add another instance. Hold Option or Alt while dragging it to duplicate it. That's another way to create an instance instead of inserting from the Assets panel. Let's update the title, description, mark it as new, change the dietary icons, update the price, and of course, swap the pizza picture. Now let's organize them on a frame. Draw a desktop frame, place the cards side by side, and add one more instance for the next pizza. Make the changes for that one as well. But this price field keeps bothering me. Changing the text style every time takes too long. Let's fix that in the main component. Separate the price label from the number. Type them in two different text boxes. Apply the price property to the second one and disconnect it from the first. Then select both and apply auto layout horizontally so they align perfectly. Now I just need to type the number and done. You can easily duplicate this setup for any product or section. Swap images, toggle icons, or edit text right from the property panel without detaching anything. If you found this tutorial helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, elevate and create.